Hello and welcome. I hope you guys are having a good day. Hope your day was as good as mine here in South Mississippi. Oh, it has been snowing all day. It has just stopped snowing, to be honest with you, and it's been great. Honestly, I've never seen snow like this in my entire life. Diana, have you seen snow like you have today?
No, sir.
No, you haven't seen snow like that before.
Mm-mm.
And so it is good to have Diana with me. And Diana is my daughter, and she's my oldest daughter out of the three. I have five children, and Diana is the oldest. And there's my family. We took that picture today in the snow, and there is Diana right there. You see her right in the middle. And so Diana joined me today to talk a little bit about politics and a little bit about life and things of that nature. Diana loves politics. She enjoys being involved. And as you can tell, she is a Trump supporter. And so, as you can see the hat. So, Diana, tell us a little bit about yourself. Your name is Diana, and how old are you?
I'm 13 and I'm in the eighth grade.
13. You're in the eighth grade. And what's your favorite subject?
Probably science or
Science.
math.
Now, why do you like science?
I like science just because I like learning about like rocks and different things.
Okay, cool, cool. Now, you play sports, right?
Soccer.
Soccer. Are you any good?
Okay, I guess.
Okay, I guess. Well, I've watched you play a lot of games, and I think you've done pretty well. Y'all have a good team, and really good girls on the team, and so you've done well. And I know this was your first year playing soccer, and but you did extremely well playing soccer. I got to show this picture. This is a picture of our church, and someone sent me today. I can't get to the church, too much snow. I can't drive. I cannot drive on the snow, and so that's just a lot of the snow that came down today. And there's a picture of our house. And so you can see the snow is everywhere. And so it's been a good day. It's been a good day with snow. So you obviously didn't have to go to school today, did you?
No, sir.
No school today and no school tomorrow and probably no school on Thursday, I would imagine. With as much snow was on the ground, I think we got over 7 inches of snow and that'll turn into ice pretty much. You know, Diana, one thing that I think that we're failing in our country, and that is, as Republicans, and you know that I'm a Republican, and as a Republican, as a Christian, as a conservative, I believe it is important for the next generation to be involved and be engaged in what's happening in our country. And so, Diana, I love the fact, one, I love the fact that you're my daughter, but I really love the fact that you like to be involved and you like to know what's going on. And plus, you're a Trump supporter. And so one thing that I talk about all the time on this show is I talk about your vote counts, because your vote does count. And so it's important that we reach your generation. Diana, you're 13 years old. You're in eighth grade. You're involved as best as you can be, as far as being involved in learning and understanding what's happening in our country. What is one reason? Or you can give me 20 reasons. It doesn't matter. What is one reason why you like Donald Trump? Like, just give me one reason. Let's talk about that one reason, and then maybe we'll expand and talk about other reasons why you like Donald Trump.
I love that he does everything he can to make America better. Like how he is closing the borders to help keep America safe.
Yeah, that's important. Whenever you look at the borders, it's important that people that are coming into our country come in legally. We're not against people coming to our country. We're just against people coming here illegally, correct? I mean,
Yes, sir.
we want people to come, but we want people to come legally and not illegally. And so you're 13 years old, and that is something that you like about Donald Trump, that he wants to close the borders and only allow people to come in that's going to do good things and not bad things. And so which is very, very important. And so that's a good reason I like Donald Trump. He's going to close the borders. Diana, excuse me, what is another reason why you like Donald Trump?
He's doing his best to make prices lower to help people.
Yeah, he's doing his best to make prices lower. Where would you like to see prices come down at?
Well, gas and groceries and
Man, you're talking my language. And 13-year-old young lady, and she's wanting gas prices to come down, and because she knows that's going to help her mom and dad, and then groceries and milk and cheese and butter and bread and all those things, eggs, and those things are very important. And but I probably get your angle. The less that we have to spend at the gas pump, the more that I can spend on you. Is that what you're saying?
maybe.
Maybe. So the less that I have to spend at the grocery store, the more clothes that I can buy you. Is that what you're getting at?
Maybe.
Maybe. All right, I understand. I understand. So those are two good reasons. He's doing everything he can to get the prices down. He wants to close the borders. What is another reason why you like Donald Trump? Is there any other reasons why?
He loves America. Like how he's renaming the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America.
Yeah, I like that too. And I like how he talked about, the Panama Canal and on his inaugural speech. I like that. I liked how he changing, the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. I like that. It's good to have a president that loves America. It's good. I want to switch gears a little bit, and I want to show you a video that I watched from this bishop who was talking about, I'm gonna let you, it's a little over a minute. I want you to watch it. It disgusts me. I mean, it absolutely made me mad as I watched this person use the pulpit to berate the President of the United States of America. Unbelievable. I want you to watch this, and then I'm going to talk about it 100%. We're going to have a conversation about this.
Let me make one final plea, Mr. President. Millions have put their trust in you. And as you told the nation yesterday, you have felt the providential hand of a loving God. In the name of our God, I ask you to have mercy upon the people in our country who are scared now. There are gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democratic, Republican, and independent families, some who fear for their lives. And the people who pick our crops and clean our office buildings, who labor in poultry farms and meat packing plants, who wash the dishes after we eat in restaurants and work the night shifts in hospitals, they may not be citizens or have the proper documentation. But the vast majority of immigrants are not criminals. They pay taxes and are good neighbors. They are faithful members of our churches and mosques.
I just want to, there's so much that I want to say about this video. So much that I want to say. First off, never in the history of the world has people had such a so-called hard time whenever it comes to their gender. Diana, are you a boy or a girl?
A girl.
You're a girl. I have 5 children, and all 5 of my children, they know whether they're a boy or a girl. And the fact that this bishop is going to get up and berate the president and say that there's millions of people, there's women and children and people that are fearing for their life, she's lost her ever loving mind. The reason why they're fearing for their life is because they believe lies from people like this bishop. They believe lies from like the news, from people like CNN and Anderson Cooper and some of those other goofballs that want to get up and just spew all kind of ridiculous things. President Trump is not going to come after anybody. He's not going to come after your life. If you're having an issue as a young person, whenever it comes to your gender, it's mainly going to be because of your parents have put that filth and that garbage in your mind. Whenever it comes to, you don't know what you are, what gender you are, or you got these kids acting like cats and dogs. It's just ridiculous. And for this bishop to use the pulpit of her church, whatever church that is, if I was the president of the United States, it'd be snowing in hell before I go back to that church. There's no way I wouldn't give this bishop a time of day. For her to get up behind the pulpit and they begin to talk about this transgender garbage and how people are scared about losing their life. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We have to do a better job as parents. We have to do a better job as Americans whenever it comes to teaching our children the truth. It is unbelievable that this bishop would get up and berate the president of the United States about this issue. And then she gets into, whenever she starts talking about, people that are here that are not citizens. Well, first off, ma'am, if they are here illegally, they are breaking the law. They are breaking the stinking law. And people want to talk about, well, we don't want to separate women and children. We don't separate, children from their parents, from their moms, and from their dads. If I break the law, Diana, let me ask you a question. If I break the law and if I go to jail, okay, say I go rob a bank or rob somebody, go steal something, if I get put in jail, Dinah, you're 13 years old. I want to ask you a question. If I get put in jail, whose fault is it that I got put in jail?
Your own.
My own. So Diana, if you get separated from me because I'm in jail because I robbed a bank, whose fault is that?
Yours.
Is that the law enforcement's fault?
No.
Is that the law's fault?
No, sir.
I mean, is that the president of the United States' fault?
No.
No, it's my fault because I broke the law. And so you have these parents coming here and they're breaking the law. And whenever you break the law, there's a good possibility that you're going to be separated from your family. So it's best to go back to your country and come here legally. So you're not breaking the law. So you don't have to worry about being separated. So this bishop is way, she has crossed the line whenever it comes to the pulpit and whenever it comes to looking at the president and using, because she has a platform and she wants to try to use it. It's unbelievable. She is wrong. The bishop is wrong. This church is wrong. And I stand 100% opposed to what this bishop did and this church. It is wrong 100%. And I pastor a church, and I'm here to tell you that we will never use the pulpit. Now, we're going to speak truth to power, and if you don't like it, so be it. But this lady, this bishop, was not speaking truth to power. She was speaking propaganda to the president of the United States because she wanted her group and her platform, some people to pat her on the back. Unbelievable that this happened. And if I was a president of the United States of America, I'm surprised he didn't get up and walk out. He should have got up and walked out. Now, I would have been perfectly fine if the president of the United States would have stood up and said to the first lady, hey, we're getting out of here. Vice President, if you want to stay here and if you want to watch, if you want to listen, that's fine. That's on you. But I'm going back to the White House. I've got stuff to do. I don't have time to sit here and to listen to this bishop speak her garbage. So, Dinah, I want to ask you, what did you think about what the bishop said? Whenever she's talking about, that the president doesn't need to, he needs to pretty much, what she is saying is you need to back off of your stance whenever it comes to two genders, that there's more than two genders in this country. And that you need to back off whenever it comes to these people coming here illegally, and you just need to let them stay. So, Diana, how many genders do you think there are?
There's 2.
There's 2?
Mm-hmm.
Who taught you that?
You, and it's just common sense.
It's just common sense that there's only 2 genders? Wow. And you're a female?
Yes, sir.
You're a female. Okay, good. And so then, what she's talking about, these illegals, should people that are here illegally, now you're 13 years old, so I want to ask you a question. People that are here illegally, should they be sent back to where they come from?
Yes.
If they're here illegally?
Yes.
Now, we're not against people coming here illegally, correct?
Yes.
No,
I am.
We're for people coming here legally.
No.
No, we want...
legally.
Legally, yes.
Not illegally.
But not illegally. And so we got to work on that. We got to work on those words. Legally and illegally. We want people to come legally, just not illegally. And so this bishop was wrong 100%. And ladies and gentlemen, this is why I say it all the time, that your vote counts. Your vote counts. Your vote counts. Your vote counts. Get out and vote. Dinah, would you agree that your vote counts?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. How long before you get to vote?
Well, probably like 5 years.
So you're 13 years old, so you'll turn 18. You get to vote at 18 years old. In 5 years will be 2030. Oh, there's a good chance that you'll get to maybe vote for me one day. And are you going to vote for me, Diana?
If you run?
If I run? Oh, good. So I'll get one vote. And I might not get any other votes, but I can get hers. When I ran for state senate several years ago against my friend Joel Carter. I didn't really know him before. I got to know him a little bit during the campaign and then a whole lot after the campaign. And so I had my 2 boys, Quitman and David, were really young. And I had to bribe my own children to vote. Now, of course, they didn't get to vote, but I had to get them to say that they would vote for me by giving them ice cream because they liked his signs better than mine. And so they saw him on a big billboard and I'm like, Dad, we're voting for Joel Carter. I was like, you can't vote for Joel Carter. You got to vote for your dad. And they're like, well, you got to get us ice cream. And so I had to, I'm not sure if that's even legal, but I had to buy, 7 and 6-year-old little boys ice cream, my 2 sons, to get them to vote for me. So Diana, hopefully I don't have to buy you ice cream to get you to vote for me. Hopefully you'll vote for me because I'm your dad and because I stand for what's right, correct?
Yes, sir.
Well, Diana, thanks for joining me today. And I'm glad that you came on. and I'll have you on some more later down the road. Anything you want to say before we go?
Not really, just vote.
Vote, that's right, and vote for Donald Trump. Well, we've already voted for Donald Trump. I don't know if we'll get to vote for him again. We'll be voting for a different president in 2029. And so, but it'll be interesting. That's going to be interesting. Of course, we're not going to get into that tonight, but we'll talk about that later on. Thanks again for tuning in. Appreciate you watching. And if you haven't already shared, I would encourage you to share. I appreciate it very much. So once again, God bless you. May God bless Donald Trump and his family. And may God continue to bless the great United States of America.